Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Now it's another day, it's another build project, just because I haven't got enough going on at the moment, but you know, it's turned up. I have bought a kit. Now there was a bit of foreshadowing with the previous episode where I said I was going to be building something around this magazine. Now it does take, in this case, PTS AR9 magazines. I would like to experiment with this kit to see if it will accept the new G&G have done a new ARP9 magazine, which is like quad stack. So you've got a magazine that's about this long and it holds 170 rounds compared to this. I think it's like 110, 140. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. But they're good magazines, supposedly. And that's what this kit takes now. This kit also takes a M4 style hop unit. Now, the creator of this kit does recommend using ProWins. Now, I've never really had great experience with ProWin hop units, but I bought one anyway just in case. But I also do have a Max M4P, and if you know what the Max M4P is, there's a bit of a cheeky teaser as to what's going to be used with this. But this is a 3D printed kit. It's basically a chassis that you put, internals into to create something fantastic. And I stumbled upon this person by accident, and this gentleman is in Germany. It's from ATI Airsoft. Now he's done a fair few products over the years, from what I can gather. Most predominantly is the kit called SUB5. Now the reason I found out about SUB5, I think I was perusing Airsoft's website, and you could buy this thing called the SUB5, and it was a 3D printed HPA pistol that took ARP9, Classic Army X9, and these PTS mags. They have to have the side cut out. You can't rely on the piece at the back. Takes those magazines. Now, those pistols to buy from Airsoft were like $1,200. But, it went out of my mind for a bit, and then I went back onto his website and I was perusing, and I hit him up on an email because you can't just order direct through the website. And this has been a long time. I can't remember when I started discussing it with him. It would either have been early this year or late last year. Can't quite remember. So this is not a cheap kit. Now, the kit, he does the SUB5 and he does the SUB5, which I think it's like a SUB5 SMG kit or something like that. Now, with the SMG kit, it is more expensive, but you do get all the components to either make the SUB5 pistol or the SUB5 SMG. And the SMG is what I was mostly interested in. Now, this kit is not for the faint of heart. This kit came in at 499 euros. Yes, euros. And that wasn't including postage and packaging. I think with the postage and packaging, it came back to about 540 euros. On top of that, I got stung on import for £162. So you can see where this kit is super expensive. So I'm not sure what the conversion of 540 euros to pounds is, but you're talking a good £600-700, and you get the kit, and as you get it, it's completely useless. You need to put internal parts in it. So you need a hop unit, inner barrel hop rubber, all that stuff. You need a magazine because it doesn't come with one. And you also need some kind of HPA engine. Now, it does work off Polar Star engines, and it just so happens to be the case is I have a Polar Star jack. So buying the kit, buying a magazine, buying hop units, inner barrels and such, and buying an engine, you're going to be well in probably about £1,200. So if you do fancy one of these and you can get them pre-built from Airsoft or somewhere like that, it's probably worth it. But from what I can gather, no one was advertising the SMG kit. So let's take this thing out and have a look. So this kit is 3D printed, and it boasts being so incredibly light, which is one of the key features for it. Now look at this. So the stock uses carbon fiber tubes, as well as the barrel is carbon fiber as well. And this thing is pretty much weightless. This is in the configuration of the SUB5 pistol. So it's a pistol spec. You've got the elongated section on the back there, obviously for the engine. And the trigger is just right there. You only have to slightly pull the trigger and it's firing. You've got select fire, you've got safety, which the safety is electronic. So you pop that button there and then the gun won't fire, push it forward and it will. You can also mount red dots. It comes with a threaded 14mm counterclockwise barrel here. Now, what I would stress is probably being careful that you're not over talking anything on this because it is a 3D printed part. With the SMG kit that you buy, it comes as blackout. Now you can order the SUB5 in all kinds of different funky colours, so you can have them white, green, red, purple, blue, you name it, yellow. The only bugbear I've got about this, which is the blackout kit, is you probably see this on video. So with SLS, I'm pretty sure this is made of SLS. You have to correct me if I'm wrong. And with MJF, it's normally dyed, so you can see where the kit has been dyed, but there's areas like all along this half of the frame the dye hasn't taken, and all along the top the dye hasn't taken either, so you can see like the white colour showing through. The way that you can tell if something's SLS or MJF is by taking a little chunk out the plastic. If it's like either dark grey or black underneath, usually it's MJF. If it's white underneath, it's usually SLS. Now, upon talking with Matsy, who is the guy behind ATI, the SMG kit on this, you're basically getting it from the front end barrel attachment and the top piece, which has a rail, which you'll also see there's some ghosting on the die there. It doesn't really bother me all that much, but you know, when you're spending, you know, £500, £600, £700 on a kit, you'd expect it to at least be uniform in colour, but that's not a massive issue. So we've got all these interesting components to try out. He did request with me not to really show too much detail of the inside, because he did stress that a lot of people try to copy his stuff. So if I'm not getting close up on all the internals and stuff like that, it's because I'm just respecting his wishes. Now, I am going to show you how to put it together, because quite literally this is how it comes, and there's nothing showing you how to put it together. I can't actually get on his website because I think his website got hacked, what he was saying to me. So I have no idea how this thing goes together. So we are guessing. Now, we do get a few different pieces in this bag. We get some clear plastic plates for the sides so you can see the electronics now, quite like the blackout. This looks to me like a riser for a red dot sight, so if you want the red dot slightly higher up, you can use the riser. This section looks like part of the stock, because you've got the space for the carbon fibre tubes there. We've got a little cable. We've got the actual stop piece. We've got a spare selector switch, it looks like, in case one breaks. Another part of the stock. I'm not sure what that piece is. Not really too sure on that. Furthermore, we've got some brackets. I imagine these are for the engines. We've got some more wires. We've got a different trigger with some more aggressive sort of sticky outy geometry, if you want to call it. I quite like the one that's already in there. We've got another clear perspex piece. We have a rail section, and then we also have, what does that look like? That almost looks like a spare mag release. Not 100% sure what that is. Spare selector button or safety button. And we've got another clamp here. So I might have to go off camera just for a little bit, just to sort of get my head around it, because I've got cables that I don't know where they go. Another cable there, not sure. And I can't get on his website. There's no kind of guide that comes with it. I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory that the carbon tubes are going to go into this section here. Then I imagine the stock goes on the back like so. I'm not certain as to what this piece does, unless it goes on there as an extra bit of reinforcement maybe. It kind of looks like it lines up there, doesn't it? So I'm really not too sure. You know as much as I do. Let's just see what size these are. I think they're a 2.5. Just wind them out, see if the carbon tubes will go in. So, you know, it looks really cool. Might have to loosen that off a little bit more. And that is the kit. You know, in terms of weight, do I have the scales here? I don't think I do. It's literally, it feels like absolutely nothing. It feels like you're holding air. So we've got the pistol. We've got the kit to make it an SMG. We've got loads of 3D printed parts that I have no idea where they go. So that's going to be a task to try and find out. I mean, I imagine this is something to do with the engines maybe, and that's how they go in. I really am guessing, but I imagine it's something like that. And perhaps there's a clamp that sort of pushes it up towards the hop unit. So that's the introduction. It's episode 1 out the way. That's all you're getting for now. So you're going to have to stay tuned where we start building this thing. I'll probably have a bit of a conversation with Matsy between then and now, just so we can kind of get an idea of what should be going together where, because I don't want to break it, because quite frankly, this is quite an expensive piece. But we will see how sturdy it is. I'll have to relay feedback on the dyeing process there. I'm sure you would have seen it when he was sort of assembling it. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you are excited for this project as I am. Let me know what you feel down in the comments below. And as always, like, subscribe and all that good stuff. It helps support the channel and push me to make even more videos. So head over to the Discord if you haven't already. I'll try and remember to put the link in the description. But if it's not, it's in the description of previous videos. Come and join the community on Discord. I'm always pretty frequent on there in terms of answering questions, this, that, the other. And you can, there's also a feed on there where you can request videos on certain platforms as long as they're reasonable. So thanks very much. And from me and Bench, as always, we'll see you in the next one.